Don't worry. Water bottles will show up at your table at the convention.
Don't worry, I have a water bottle that I like fill with water at the beginning of the weekend and then immediately leave and never see again. Oh, crap on a stick. Okay, my computer is okay, good. It was saying it was gonna start a restart in 60 seconds. It's like, no, you don't.
Okay, so there you guys are. You got a job. It's a simple job to do. You got to fly to Corellia, go over to the distillery warehouse, talk to Merrick Talos, a human merchant you know of, who's a no nonsense wine distributor, who basically is going to give you cargo and say you need to deliver it to Nar Shaddaa at the
I don't like
Mirage
the
Spire Casino.
why does our description say that the guy is known for not paying?
Because it's common knowledge that the client is in fact known for skipping payments.
Yes, I saw that. I was like, so we gonna have to like break some knuckles here or what?
Possibly.
I mean, you guys have dealt with worse clients.
Not when it comes to pay.
You just have to
I
be
mean,
a little rough with them to make sure they
Austin.
pay out.
That's enough Austin with the Austin, but the one before wanted to cheat us. I fixed that.
It's like another excuse to wear my fancy dress.
I mean, the important question is, have you guys, spent your well-gotten gains? Because you had lots of cash from last time I recall. And the payout for this job is going to be a clean 6,000 credits if there's no damage. If there is damage, you'll lose about half your credits, which is fair. That's that F word.
And how much damage versus the half loss.
I mean,
Right.
if you bring back less than half the wine, they're just going to laugh at you and pour the glass shards and wine out of the cargo containers.
Ouch.
If one bottle broke doesn't mean half loss either. So.
One broken bottle, is it actually broken or is it in one of our rooms?
Oh, I don't know how the bottle got broken and somehow all of the wine evaporated. I think it was the Space Angels.
It broke and it like magically fell because of the gravitational pull into these wine glasses on my kitchen table.
This sounds like a thing.
I mean, that's how the real astronauts do it.
We converted a liquid into a gas.
A liquid into a liquid in another container. Okay. I have. Aren't we supposed to like reset our destiny pools?
We are.
Just started rolling it already.
You need to roll yours, and then the pool will be set.
Oh, why is it not showing me?
We so far have 2 light and
Oh,
2 dark. We have balance in the force.
Oh, don't worry. My chaotic ass will totally throw that off.
So we have 2 light and 4 dark.
And that peachy.
No one's even proud of me for remembering the very first step that we've done every single game.
I'm proud of you. If nobody said it, we're all definitely proud of you.
We were so proud that you did it. We didn't want to point out to then shame you on it. So
Right.
Oh, That's a good
No.
point.
Oh, don't worry. There's plenty of shame to go around.
I mean, to like
And also,
line up
it
the
is
street and have people ringing bells.
Shameful.
it's totally appropriate that you're smuggling wine on National Absinthe Day. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah,
Abstinence Day?
nice.
That's a real thing?
That's a real thing.
Wait,
There's a
what?
National Everything Day.
But abstinence, I didn't think was for drinking.
Absinthe is
Well,
solely
I mean,
for drinking. Abstinence is not. You
You
know,
cut out.
green fairy is what we're talking about here. Absinthe, not abstinence.
Oh,
Yes,
that makes a lot more sense.
yes.
I thought I heard you say abstinence instead of absinthe, but yes, it's absinthe, National Absinthe Day. The green fairy, the wormwood wine.
I heard you said that it was National Abstinence Day, and I was very, very confused.
I'm sure there is one, but
It is also Lent, so that could be seen as that day as well.
Wouldn't it be 40 days?
depends how long. It depends how well you stick to it.
It depends on
I
your
saw
staying
that.
power.
Yep.
Oh, man. You guys are a bad influence.
yeah,
We are a very bad influence.
Kiss, kiss, kiss.
What was that?
Kittens.
All of a sudden, a lot of quiet. It must be the Boba Fett kitten picture
There's a Boba Fett kitten.
Kitten.
I don't see a kitten.
on Discord on the general page.
He's
It's Boba Fett covered in
Jeez.
kittens.
Oh my gosh. Not.
yeah, very bizarre.
Obviously, there was cats inside the Sarlacc pit.
If my kid automatically responds to this, he'll get in trouble. But you know how he feels about Boba Fett.
So, are you guys heading to Corellia to pick up the shipments
Yes.
or not?
I mean, yes.
I mean, sounds
Okay.
like an easy enough gig for the price.
So to get the ball rolling, somebody give me an astrogation check. I'm gonna give you a blue dice because it's Corellia. Everybody knows where Corellia is. It's where all the spacer pilots come from. They're good.
Piece of cake. All
All
right,
right.
we
Yeah.
ready?
Yep. All right. So you guys have
Ah.
0 issues getting there.
And quickly.
And quickly to boot. Okay, so as you guys get there, you go to the distillery section of Nar Shaddaa, which has got, access to the agricultural area, and they make sure there's no industrial
Corellia.
runoff, the waters they use on Corellia. Yeah. And as you land at the distillery, where they have the fine vintage vino, over at Tralex Distillery. Who's going to meet your contacts?
Who's coming with me?
I'll go with the captain.
I'll make sure the ship's all prepped.
Okay, so as you guys are heading to the distillery to meet Merrick, let's have your mechanic give us a check to see how well the ship has been holding up. Don't roll yet, though.
Better be in perfect condition.
I mean, it should be, but you never know when you might get a little wear and tear.
I hadn't even
Go
looked
ahead
at
and
it lately.
roll when you're ready. Okay, so the ship is in pretty good shape. Everything is up to date. You know, as you park in this spot, you notice the other ships, are parked there picking up orders in their own, own timetable. And everything is a-okay on the ship. Even that guest you temporarily had left and even made sure to make their own beds before they left.
Oh, that's right. We totally gooched with someone and we blew someone off someone off. I remember now.
Yeah, you
Hmm.
totally smuggled them to the first world you stopped off, and they totally took off as a grateful people, as a family unit survived getting off the planet.
Job for them.
Okay, so as you guys go into the distillery, you see a couple Athorian hammerhead looking gentlemen. They got the big long neck with the two mouths with the hammerhead, as they're just looking at you guys and waiting for you to ask who you're here to speak with. And as soon as you let them know you're here to speak with Merrick, they basically point to some chairs for you to wait. And he'll be here in 24 minutes on the dot.
Yeah, make you wait. Wow.
For 24 exact minutes.
24 exact minutes.
And then just as I bought it and I want to use my new force power, can I use sense to read their minds?
You can
Ah,
totally use sense to read their minds.
Let me find that.
Are you going to go ahead and commit that dice?
For sense, you don't do a close check.
Mhm.
You can spend one to sense living creatures within short range, one to sense the emotional state of a living creature, or one to sense the current thoughts of one living target who's engaged with, and I have range, so I can increase it to short range. So I'll use it.
You
So
would
I'll
like
use
to use
two.
those
So
5 beautiful dark pips?
I'll use two of my dark pips.
Okay. Obviously, you've been hanging around on the dark side a bit much, and that's what the dice know. As immediately you're picking up these two Athorians' conversations, thankfully their thoughts are easier to keep up with than their words, because with their two mouths, there's always that weird reverb when they talk. As the sound is coming out of both mouths at the same time. Their thoughts, however, are very linear and clear. And they basically, are each of them are thinking, if they should take bets to see if this group of cargo specialists, you can hear the air quotes in their thoughts, are able to get full payment out of the skinflint that is their client. Do they even know how difficult it is to deal with Jorik Vale? As the thoughts linger off to the taste of the alcohol that you've got in the cargo unit there. And as he thinks, here comes the boss right on time with his normal 29-minute timetable around the facility. Here he comes, and they both simultaneously just point at you guys without saying a word as he comes around. Right on time. Jorik, human male, has a bit of a belly punch with a vest that's a little too tight in the stomach area, as he totally looks you guys over, and he basically just gestures for you to come follow him. As he just looks at his chrono and says, I'm on a timetable here. I'm late.
I'll shoot up and follow.
Yeah, I'm
Does
following
it?
along.
Okay. As he immediately starts walking you through
Oh.
the facility, points over to here's where we make our distilled spirits, here's where we make our wine.
I'll use. Can I use my influence power to alter his mood
Ooh, you
to
totally
make
can.
him? Do I need to go against his discipline, or is he not important enough to make me roll it?
You would need to go against his discipline.
Okay, if you want to build the pool.
And I'm totally giving you a blue because yes, he's had alcohol today because he owns a distillery. Okay, your pool is ready.
Okay.
Oh wait, don't roll yet. I see you just flipped the light side, right?
That was for my using the dark side points before.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. I was gonna say because I did not add that light side yet. Okay, perfect. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I only need one light side point. So with light side points, I can affect his emotions to be peaceful, tranquil, and friendly.
Okay, so what you going for?
I will go for friendliness.
Okay, as you know, all of a sudden he kind of like realizes, wait a minute. I so apologize. Such a busy day. I've got to maintain my every 29 minutes circuiting through the facility here. I have forgotten the most important gesture, which is to offer the two of you a drink and a salute to this business enterprise. And he kind of immediately turns around and whips out a wine thief and one of the nearest kegs.
Well, that is most kind of you. It'd be foolish for us to decline. That's all too soon.
Yes, it would. As he proceeds to grab 3 glasses that happen to be all over the place. You know, they've got glasses stashed everywhere. And proceeds to take a wine thief, which is basically a big turkey baster, into one of the casks and pulls it out, squirts a little bit in each glass, giving you at least 2 good solid sips. And then he passes the wine glasses out as the amber liquid shines, and he says, "This is some of the Carillion winter wine. It's made with a very sweet and pungent grape that only grows when the first frost set."
I can see why your wine is so expensive. Most delicious.
He definitely smiles at that, and you totally notice he's got one arm crossed over the other as he's looking at you guys, trying to read and suss any hint at how you think the wine tastes.
I'll assume it tastes good, and I'm willing to show it.
So it definitely does. It smells full body. It tastes deliciously dry, and almost no skunky aftertaste at all. Just the regular breath of fresh air when you inhale, and the last of the vapors go across your palate. So is your crew going to be able to carry the cargo?
Of course. Well, Captain, I'll let you speak. But
My crew is the finest, and we deliver. We are the most. We're very delicate and careful with the most fragile of cargo. I don't think that we should have a problem on our end. I am a little bit worried about our delivery person and their reputation. Do you have any assurances from us that we won't be holding your delivery ransom for our fair pay?
Oh, that should be no problem. As long as the shipment is not damaged in any, you should definitely receive full payment.
and I assume it's been packed. We'll be able to inspect the packing of it before we take it on.
Oh, truly. And he basically claps his hand, and 2 stewards come out and drag the first crate out from under the little like tablecloth that was sitting on top of it, and he says, "By all means, there'll be 20 crates, all packed exactly as this one is."
And we can verify the crates to the packing slip.
Ooh, that's a good one. Give me a vigilance check to see how it compares up. Don't roll yet. Need to make this
It's
easier
almost
for you. Okay, go ahead and roll when you're ready. Everything looks fine.
notice key environmental factor, please.
Okay, key environmental factor. Conveniently looking out the window. At the time that it is, there's more ships coming and going to the starport there. And it seems that the wind conditions are getting a little rough out there.
I mean, I say vague things, I get vague things back.
At least that's what the dice give you.
Well, if they're all packed well, then so your men will load them onto our ship for us, and then our mechanic will give them a final inspection before accepting approval.
Okay. And the guy just looks at you and just nods. Saying, that sounds exactly what I expected.
All right. Well, I guess let's commence.
As he kind of looks at your ship in standby mode and says, "Doesn't the ship have more weapon turrets than just these two?"
Why do you ask? We
Okay,
have
and
no complaints.
no complaints is what we've heard about your crew, which is why you were specifically requested.
Yeah, no complaint. I mean, the people that complain are the ones that don't make it out of our engagements. We have plenty of weaponry. Is this a concern for the path that we're going on?
I know, as long as you exhibit a strong presence, you should have no problems on the planet Narshada. I just
What do I
wouldn't
need
leave
to like?
your ship unlocked anywhere.
I don't leave my ship unlocked anywhere, anyways.
Ah, prudent choice.
Even with
So,
my crew that's inside right now, they're locked inside because I walked away from it.
ah, so
Yeah. Yes, they have.
what kind of guarantee can I get from your crew?
In what aspect?
Is there any collateral or currency you'd like to leave behind as a promissory note for getting the items delivered appropriately?
Um, no. If any one of us should be making promises to the other, um, we have reputations here. You are the one sending us to meet someone with a reputation of to likes to not pay. So if anything, you should be giving us a down payment to ensure successful delivery.
Hmm. Do me a favor with that beautiful line of thinking. Give me a either charm or coercion or leadership. Only one of them, but one of those three.
Give me one of the things that are all the same. I'm looking over my shoulder and be like, yeah. Oh, are we good?
Okay, yep, we're good. So, vigilance, huh?
Charm. Yo.
That's our last roll.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Apparently, I scrolled up just enough that it couldn't show the charm. So you have a success and 2 advantage. What would you like for your 2 advantage? As he totally opens up an extra bottle to share with just the captain.
Okay, that's guys. I'm open to ideas.
I mean, it's a great charm roll.
Yeah.
He's
I
just
feel like I
like,
could ask him
aha.
Thoughts on the advantage that he's going to put extra. So if he's agreeing to put down a down payment, that he's will agree to put extra with the 2 advantages, or cover if he feels that there's potential damage to the ship to cover repairs, cost for repairs to the ship if any happen.
Okay. And immediately he's just like, oh, so sorry. I'll make sure to contact my cousin to make sure that you're greeted immediately when you get to the plant site.
And you're sending us with a couple bottles of wine on the house because, you know, talk to Rage back here.
Okay, they're totally providing you a pair of bottles because they rolled poorly. That is fairly young, but you know if you were to like lock it up for 2 or 3 years, you could sell it for a decent amount of money.
What if I just want to
Maybe
drink it?
maybe you just want to drink it.
There's no money for it.
No, I want it as a. Not all tips are. Some tips you keep for yourself, and this would be a tip that you keep for yourself.
Okay, so when they deliver the tip basket first, it's a little, 6 bottle basket that only happens to have 2 drinks in it, but it has the rest of the cargo manifest and the crew badges. As he advises you that if you're having a good time at one of the, luxury floating chair gateways, a bottle of our finest here will go a long way with ensuring your host will constantly keep inviting you back.
You said they brought the delivery.
They're bringing the delivery. It's 20 crates. And is anyone going to inspect those crates?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll help inspect.
Okay. And as you
It's
give it,
perception or
you
vigilance.
get the passcode. You open the first crate up and you keep looking at it, and obviously it's the crate with the bottle came out of the crate to be schmoozed in front of you guys. So go ahead and roll me a vigilance check.
I got 2 yellow and 2 blue.
That's you then, because I'm only 1 yellow.
1 success and 6 advantages.
That's a lot of advantage. What would you like for all those advantages?
To be able to quickly go through the crates to make sure that none of the that everything's in good shape, and for the people delivering it to tell us some useful information about where we're going to.
Okay. As basically you get the invoice and the one person's, listen to you ask about that and rips the invoice off and opens the envelope up and totally hands it over to you and says, "Is this your group's first time to the Smuggler's Moon?"
Yes.
What about you, Captain?
what about me?
Have you been to the Smuggler's Moon of Nar Shaddaa before?
Maybe. Who's asking?
As the vendor, I just want to make sure that you're aware of some of the regional customs in the area.
I've been there, but it's been a while. Has things changed in the last decade?
Nope. as they're just like, so if you'd like to inspect, the combination code is thirst123 for each of the crates. And for your convenience, they can be mag sealed to the deck or to each other.
Okay. I'll ask, just a Q to
To the
receive
deck. You don't.
to check all the cargoes. To make sure they're packed well and safe.
Okay, as you
Yeah.
give it a look see, you seem to believe that they are packed very well. What would you like for your advantages?
And that was still my roll.
What's that?
Oh. So I was having Z look to see, make sure that they're safe, like structurally or mechanically.
Okay, and they do look fairly sturdy. If you type the buttons real quick, the mag seal totally turns on and like goes vroom, connecting it to the mag deck. The inside could totally use more stuffing materials, but that should be fine unless you guys get into some bumpy flying.
I don't like that. We should put in more packaging.
What do
We
you
have
guys
a
want to
anal
do?
retentive person who doesn't want to pay us. We definitely should have some extra padding.
Okay, is that the case?
Yes.
Okay, is there any additional steps you'd like to take for securing the cargo?
Well, we're definitely, mag lock them down together and to the floor, and I don't know. They got extra packing material there that we can acquire.
Okay, they do indeed. Dreaded swamp bush
Oh.
bark. Are you gonna try to talk them out of some to put in the cargo containers?
Not me.
Bribe them.
Wait, what?
You
Somebody
see,
else can. Some.
some of the packers are packing up extra packing material inside the crates, which you could probably try to sweet talk somebody in providing, or even bossing
Well,
them around.
yes, we definitely need to. Well, part of our inspection, look, there's not enough here. Fill these correctly.
Do that.
Okay. And the old timer you see shoveling, extra wood shavings into the crates looks at you and says, "There's plenty of that there building materials in those crates there. I mean, unless you're planning on driving all the way up to the core to the outer rim in some 12 parsec kind of race thing, you should be absolutely fine."
Apparently, you don't know how to do your job. This is not fine. The captain has said so. Do we need to report you back to is it Merc House? Or Trellix?
Okay.
Merrick.
Location. To
So,
Merrick.
somebody go ahead and give Merrick's guy a charm or persuasion there. Even you could even go with the deception if you want to push it, but it looks like we got a solid Castox coercion.
Deception? Serious?
Sorry, what was that?
So I'll threaten to report him to Merrick, saying that you're unwilling to comply with our request to protect his precious cargo. That's limited to the first frost of the season.
When as soon as you say that, the guy makes this look to the left and look to the right. He's like, now, come on now. Let's not endanger anybody's jobs. That's just uncalled for. I was just trying to get a couple extra credits there for helping you out with a little extra heavy duty maintenance.
Well, you're risking our credits, so we would prefer that not to happen.
And he will totally help you with that roll because that was a beautiful roll. Or you can pay him some credits to maybe work even harder. That's totally up to you. Or some creepy, force powers that might come into play.
I mean, if he wants a tip, he needs to finish the job first. Tips are, what is the acronym?
To ensure proper service.
Yes. Well, no, it's like after service though. Like you get the oh my god, like I guess it is to ensure. It used to mean, thank you for extra service. Asking
But
for a tip before
unfortunately,
you've done it.
it has been changed. Or maybe long, long ago in a galaxy far, far away, they came up with the actual habit in the future.
The audacity. Give me extra money and I'll do better than you're expecting.
He's bringing the Gen, whatever the newest one is, into the game. That's right. As the old timer, totally kind of gives you this, and gives you a bucket full of the packing material, and then you kind of look at him, and then he slowly rolls you an entire drum that's enough to do the 20 crates.
What? So we have to finish this?
You totally have to finish packing it.
All right, mechanic. Where's your robot friend? Sounds like a droid.
Dead silence. So go ahead, and I'm assuming you're gonna have Ziqua pack the cargo.
So.
I was assuming that our droid would do it.
I'll handle it to make sure.
Droid to do it. I like this plan.
I'll do it to make sure he can assist me, but
I'm totally for the droid doing it. What's his dex?
like I said, we'll have myself do it because it's actually. I mean,
So I've
I
added
can.
blue dice in there for his assistance if you'd like to roll a mechanics check.
Alrighty.
Okay, so it doesn't take much time at all for you to quickly and extra specially pack everything, as you are pretty damn sure. What would you like those 3 advantages for? I mean, the suggestion
We'll
is
actually apply a superior quality to the work that was done. How's that?
okay, so blue dice for anyone not wanting to jack up your cargo. So you guys have basically filled it in with, a little bit of sawdust to pack it up extra special. You've got the ship all ship shape. Your client is really happy that you guys are in a professional manner loading up the ship. Did you tell him about his employee trying to shake you down for credits, by the way? That's a totally optional, you guys think.
We're not snitches. I don't have time to go get because we're good.
Okay. So you guys have everything ready before you depart. Is there anything you want to do, like say updating your astrogation charts to give yourself a blue for the low, low price of 100 credits?
Can't pay that.
Okay, so you pay to have the updated astrogation charts in the system, as you immediately notice the nice big crisp hollow display of the new charts, all up to date with the latest information. Who's going to give me the astrogation check?
I wonder. Ready?
We are now. Look at that. We got balance to the force. Go
All right.
ahead when you're ready. Okay, as you take one strain, not wanting to fuck it up in front of everybody, as clearly you find a course right to Nar Shaddaa, right where it's always been, where it's always supposed to be in the charts. It's good to have
No shortcuts this time.
We decided to update our charts, yes?
Yes.
Okay, good. 'Cause my computer decided that even though it's charged to 80%, that because it came off the charger, it needed to die.
Ah,
How dare you pull the plug?
Not on purpose.
Okay, so you guys get in there, and it's a 3-day trip to Nar Shaddaa. You pop in the hyperspace. Are you taking any refueling stops, or are you going nonstop to Nar Shaddaa? I mean, there are a
what's our
couple
gas tank?
refueling spots.
What's our gas tank at?
Currently, you are
Mm.
at half full on your engine.
Hmm.
Thank you, Solo, for hyperspace fuel. I mean, you
Sure,
should be
we'll
good
stop.
for another month, basically, but it might not
Should
hurt to
know.
top.
We'll just go straight there. We can. Well, can we top off before we leave here?
Oh, yes, you can. It is one of the biggest
Sounds like a
spaceports
better
all over
choice.
the place. Okay, for 600 credits, you can totally top off here. It's actually a good choice because there are plenty of fuel stations and different companies willing to try to underbid each other.
Hmm.
As the fueling droid
All right.
totally comes up, looks like an upside down octopus with all its limbs, and it plugs into your ship with the hose and gives you the total thumbs up, letting you know you're full. And it comes over, and a couple of the pit droids clean up behind it, make sure everything is spit polished. Service with a droid
Okay, for the ship
smile.
fund.
Sorry, what was that?
Right. So do you want to pay that from the ship fund?
might as well.
Oh, it's not my money, of course.
As she's trying to be quiet and make you guys chip in for her ship.
Well, I thought she'd put money aside for the ship.
There's 5,000 credits for the ship.
There's 5,000 credits for the ship. It still sits in my own account. How much are we paying to fill up the tank?
It is
600.
600 credits.
It's probably cheaper here than if we did it at somewhere smaller. So
It is, in fact,
Mm.
about 20% cheaper to get filled up here.
Yeah, because I actually put a spot for the credits on the ship.
So it's got its own bank
Okay.
account. Okay, so you guys get ready to head off world, or is there any other thing you want to do, like spend credits or anything like that?
I want to look into the possibilities of what could be and see what the
Hmm.
force is willing to show me with 4C.
Okay, I've cleared your pool.
Okay. It doesn't use a discipline check. It just uses
Okay.
pips. So
So
I
you have
could
tips
do.
for days.
So I have four C basic gives me hints of days up to come, and then I've this can spend extras on strength to get additional details. So I can see what's coming today, coming in the next day, and then I guess 2 extra details.
Okay, well, you're in hyperspace. You're getting the weird meditation with the glitchiness of meditating in hyperspace, just because your body and mind are traveling in 2 different directions through time and space. And as you sit there, you clearly get visions of like the first best vision as you show up there. The client is super happy. He immediately takes his crate, pops open a drink, fills 4 glasses, and shares with you one of the first bottles, and then pours credits on you after giving you a little montage of partying at his facility, which is the Mirage Spring Casino. And as you get that vision of a happy ending, you've got the credits, he's giving you the credits. In fact, he offered you the option of casino chips or actual cash credits. And this is where your vision kind of blurs, because you know for a fact if you take the credits, he will get you to spend the credits in his casino for the life of him. You get the idea that if he does in fact pay full price, he will try to get you to spend your credits in the casino to put right back into his pocket.
Okay.
However, as the dream kind of does this instant snap and rewind it back to you guys popping out of hyperspace, and at one point in hyperspace you see you careen off another ship due to some bad piloting checks, or perhaps somebody set you on a collision course with another ship for some nefarious reason, that if there's broken glasses, he will immediately penalize you guys half the price, with a comment of he cannot sell fine Corellian alcohol that has been exposed to space radiation and gone flat, or been crashed by a irksome pilot not knowing where he should be flying today. And then, of
Well, the
course, it
pilots are
rewinds one more time to when you land on the planet and you're wheeling your goods off a landing pad. That totally is one of the standard government landing pads you can use. And immediately there's a gentleman there who looks very shady. He's a Duros, and he kind of opens his coat and shows he's got a roll of credits, the paper kind, wrapped with a rubber band, as he just looks over at Aurora and says, "How about you sell me those crates for twice what you're getting paid? And I'll make sure to set things right, but make sure that I get the alcohol instead of anybody else."
Didn't we already have this plot?
There's all kinds of shysters out there.
And then, of course, you get the rewind really quick to the least likely future, which is the one where you try to deliver the booze, and a smash and grab group of Huts totally try to ambush you and steal your cargo right outside the actual building where the lily pads are where you landed.
I feel like
And that
that's the
shady
actual
gentleman
plot.
looks at you and says, "You should have gotten paid better than them." Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Okay. I'll share that when we arrive there, we want to be careful. There may be some alternate plans in motion with the Huts, but hopefully everything will go well, and we'll toast to a job well done.
And just as you say that, the ship pops out of hyperspace after traveling for 3 days into the beautiful silhouette of Nar Shaddaa, which is literally the jewel from a Hut's point of view. And as you
Yeah.
guys are kind of like hovering there in space looking at this, what was once a swamp planet that's slowly been, corrupted and changed, you get the chime of a very large Hut that pops up on the holo display. As the Hut says, "I am Gorju of the Jorkai Fortu. What can I help you with?" As your cockpit is silent, telling them all it's a ghost ship and they should come take your cargo.
Sorry, I was yawning. Yes, we have a delivery for
As you can practically
Oh.
hear her scrolling up.
for Jorik. We're visiting Jorik at the casino.
To which I gotta say, are you just mispronouncing the name, or honest mistake, or are you being deceitful?
Isn't it Jork?
It sounds written.
Okay. We're going to the Mirage Spire Casino to see Jork fail.
Jorik Vale. He is in fact the casino owner of the Mirage Spiral Casino. What business do you have with him?
Oh,
And this hut
okay.
is totally prying, by the way. You're getting the idea that he's asking questions he shouldn't.
If you don't, how about you just tell him who I am in my ship? Because my business is with him, and he and I have business. You are not a part of my equation.
Ah, very shrewd. As he basically goes back and forth, giving you some quick pleasantries as you totally give me a vigilance so I can see how much I can tell you and finish my words. Don't roll yet.
Just tell me everything. It's fine.
Go ahead and give me your vigilance check as I'm playing with some poker chips.
Vigilance.
Vigilance.
Am I good?
You're good? Yep. As you take a point of strain as you look at this big hut on the hollow display, and you totally see one of his servants come over and hand him a handful of sabacc cards. And you realize that this son of a bitch is giving you grief as a supposed import export inspector, as he's apparently playing sabacc somewhere. As the camera like totally pans out, and you reveal just enough that like two cocktail waitresses go walking by him, and you realize this guy's at a casino instead of working from an office.
Ooh, that carpet. Does that mean that you currently are at the Mirage Spire Casino?
No, I would not be seen caught dead in the Mirage Spire Casino. I am at my and then immediately he starts to like catch himself, and it seems like he does not
Bible.
want to tell you. But if you would like to give me a deception or coerce to get him to spill the beans.
Mm,
He's
said-
right casino.
You're totally
I would
hearing
love.
a machine go bling 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 bling.
You said coercion.
Coercion to convince him to spill the beans, or deception. Oh my god. As he immediately, with that 5 failures, turns around to you and says, "It's not my job to tell you what I'm doing. You are delivering cargo. It is your job to tell me what you are doing, unless you would like to pay for expedited service."
I mean, looks like you're busy playing Sabat right now. I don't know that you can find me.
Ah, for you see, for us huts have a compartmentalized brain that can handle many complicated tasks all at once. And the art of card playing helps focus our focus, providing us with shrewd and powerful intellect. And what would you like for those 4 advantages, by the way?
Like, um, that
If that second coercion didn't fail?
um um I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. I would say I would like that since we saw someone walk past him, that person we're going to run into on our trip here, and they are going to be incredibly helpful and go out of their way to help us.
Okay, I can definitely accept that. As the hut clearly says, for your convenience fee, please deposit 250 credits.
Very well.
Or maintain a holding pattern, as the hut
We'll
squares
make the
his eyes.
deposit.
As you can practically hear the shakedown happening successfully. As soon as you get that, he's like, one of my assistants is currently in the office and will send you the coordinates where you would like to land. Now, the question is, how close to your drop off do you guys want to land? You can opt to, there's parking in spaceports across the street. There is rooftop access if you want to rent a little lily pad that hangs off the side of the building, on the same exact building as the casino.
That seems like the better choice, especially since we're in Shady McShadersville.
And I will definitely tell our force sensitive friend who keeps reading the future, if you go on the roof of the casino, in almost all visions, that's where the gentleman with the shady deal of paying you twice as much for the cargo waiting for you there.
Okay.
In all of the
If
perspective futures, that building is the only one he appears to make you an offer before you can get off the ship.
okay. Uh, so I think we should land. So say if we land on the roof, he's most likely going to be there.
Okay, well, I mean, all he wants to do
Is that
is connected. So, I mean, or maybe we can play this a little smart and tell him that as long as our business goes well, we aren't planning on striking any side bargains. But if he wants to see if anything goes terrible, we'll be more than happy to make a deal then.
okay?
Wow.
Well, so far your cargo has been aces the whole way. I mean, you barely even hear that conjoined bottle jingle jingle when the ship takes off to hyperspace and pops out.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about the cargo. I'm worried about the delivery.
Okay. So which landing
So it sounds
pad are
like
you
on
guys
the roof.
picking? The closest one?
Sounds like the roof. Yep.
Okay, so immediately the resorts will tell you, welcome to the Mirage Spire. And they hit a button, and also you see this very bright, shiny, metallic, holographic finish kind of flash around the building, obviously synthetic, trying to make it all pretty and opulent and make the spire shape change for a momentary second. As they ask, if you're going to be parking on the building, please deposit your credits. It's almost like the universe is out there to scalp you for cash. And they
How
offer
much?
you by tier of price. If it's just going to be for a single day, the cheapest ones are higher up in the building and they cost 50 credits a day. The more expensive ones are at the bottom and they are 300 credits a day. And include hut security, which really translates to Gamorrean guards that are beyond corruption.
So it's either $50 a day or $300 a day. Really?
Hmm.
There's no like middle tier.
I mean, are you going to try to negotiate with them?
Oh yeah, no. We'll take the nicer. We'll do 300.
Don't
Okay,
just always be doing expensive shit with the ship's money.
Okay, with my money, I have no use of it.
it's not his, it's the ship's money. It's got to be spent somehow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Right?
your repairs.
As your mechanic friend's thinking, we could have got a new condenser for the blasters for that price.
That's up to you. I'm getting us close and getting the job completed. So we'll take the nice spot.
Okay, you get parked on the 5th level. There's beautiful little shamrock-shaped landing pads for you guys. You have this pad completely to yourself. There will be one Gamorrean guard that waits on the outside with optics on your ship, and another on the inside of the airlock, making sure no one comes in through the airlock.
I'd like to tip them both as we leave for assured extra safety.
Ooh. Okay,
Uh-huh.
you get there, and who identifies themselves as the leader of this group to the Gamorrean?
I'll go forward.
Are they another group of people known for being
Gamorreans are the big
more?
green pig people who are known for being very aggressive or very
They're
cowardly, as the case may be. And if it's
they're typically
neither,
a
then
very
you are
might
right.
makes right society.
They
Think of
are
them as Star
patriotic.
Wars orcs.
King.
I'm here to speak for this delivery.
And the
It's to
Gamorrean comes up, thumps his chest a couple times, and we see in the translation at the bottom of the screen, he is saying that he is the powerful, swift swine lord, Sworn, and this is his sworn vassal, Chuck. The two of them together have never lost a single ship. Only one cargo in the last 6 months.
Our mechanic will remain on the ship to make sure it's safe as we head down to see name Jork Vale to confirm our payment and delivery.
Oh,
We will.
and then he goes, "Grr, grr, grr," turns around to the other one, and the other one gives this laugh, and then says something back that the subtitles tell us in Star Wars classicness that that old cheapskate, don't let him trick you out of his pay because he tries to never pay anyone for anything. And he then
My mind is
nicely
too strong for. So my mind is too strong for his simple tricks.
and he puts his hands on his hip with his vibroax against his leg as he says, "Everyone says that they're a Jedi these days. Or a
I
Sith,
never make
but
that claim.
he kind of gives you this squinty look like he's seeing if you which one you are. And
I'm neutral.
and
I'm just good
Aurora,
with words.
you were talking about some kind of tip there, were you earlier?
I was.
How much of a gratuity are you willing to pay these Gamorreans?
Mm, I'll give them each 50 credits.
Wow. Go ahead and give me. They are very easily to read. Give me a vigilance check.
Am I ready to roll? Am I good to roll?
Yep, you are ready to roll. You, for a second there, look kind of sus at them, like, you guys gonna be cool, right? And they give you this, like, faded look back, like, we're gonna be cool. It's almost like in the movie Land of the Lost, that where everybody's stoned on that weird fruit, giving each other the look of, yeah. As the larger Gamorrean thumps his chest and says, "You have purchased our honor and our loyalty. We will guard this until the sun rises and it is feeding time. At which time we must go get food. Because feeding time." And you are very secure in the fact that these guys will go above and beyond for the tip that they've got.
Please.
You realize that if anyone's going to mess with your ship or the airlock there, they have to go through these guys. You are 100% convinced of this. For the low, low price of a nice 100 credits worth of tip and one strain for that threat. Problem is they're kind of comical, so you're kind of like, really? And then they get all serious and go, wee, 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 wee. And they're not just French green pigs. Or
The
should I say,
Bible axis.
the French result of Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy.
They have fibro axis.
They do in fact have vibroaxes that both look very similar. And with Aurora's vigilance check, she realizes that the smaller one is very similar to the larger one, almost like he might be his offspring. Not that I'm sure you want to say anything, but they basically give you the shared chest thump as the younger will guide you through the airlock and the elder will stay at the hatch of your ship, whether you bring it up or leave it down. It's totally up to you. It will be completely safe, 100%.
We still are gonna lock up the ship when we leave.
Okay. I mean, that's just good business, period.
Yeah.
That's just sensible. You don't want to be in a bad neighborhood to lock your car doors.
Right.
Oh,
Besides, I'm in there. Got to keep me safe.
yes. You are our precious cargo. We have to keep you safe.
I mean, you've got this really great Rhodian mechanic that's starting to get a reputation. Somebody might just kidnap him to put him on a ship.
All right. Can't have that.
Listen, if Holga wants Cecilia for the weekend, she can.
Yeah.
But she needs to bring you back.
Or I think the rule is if she's going to take you, she has to feed you and give you water.
Right.
Yes, if she's gonna
There'd be more than water.
Kidnapping is allowed.
buy
You just make sure to feed and water them all right.
Be a bottle of Corellian wine. No. That
That's
means know where a bottle is.
right.
You know right where one might have fallen off a ship.
Right?
Like so, nobody knows about it, but one of these crates totally fell off the back of the ship.
Something tells me, Mister, I don't want to pay would count our crates. We'd have to steal one back, and I don't know the wine's good enough to be stolen.
I mean, that's good business sense right there. Okay, so you're gonna get for a few credits. You can rent a skiff, little floating skiff that can come up there and load up, and then the driver will totally drive you where you need to go, which is literally straight down. Or you guys can just manually haul the stuff to the lift. Which would you like to do?
We have to check in with Dude Face before we're not just gonna start dragging it through.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good business. So you're gonna go check your contact first. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me first from this guy.
We're not paying. We're not just gonna walk in with the cargo and be like, hey, that's how you get robbed. Why do you want us to get robbed? Jim?
I mean, I'm just giving you options. I don't know what's gonna happen. That's what dice are for. As you guys get into the lift and you're just like, he in fact owns the casino, so it shouldn't be difficult to find him. What are you guys doing? Are you going straight to the penthouse? Are you going down to the casino?
Where's the office?
His office is up in the penthouse.
House.
Yeah, that's where we're going.
Okay. You hit the penthouse, immediately the lift doors open, and you just see this massive room that is this big, open, wide floor plan. Looks like something out of the 1970s from the swinger, aspect. There's a pit with couch cushions in the middle with some fire coming out of the floor. There's shag carpet everywhere that you're not quite sure if it's carpet or Wookiee pelts. It could be one or the other. And there's a lot of professional working guys and gals lounging about, smoking on different spice assortments. A couple security guys totally give you the look as the lift opens. And one of the gentlemen in obvious armored clothing, it's supposed to look not armor, but it totally looks armored, steps forward to the lift, puts a hand out, a couple feet away from you guys, and says, "State your business. Why are you here?"
Here to conclude our business with name lost again.
Dude face. I mean,
um,
it used to
Jork
be
Jork Ball,
Jork Vale, but now it's Dude Face.
Dude Face,
Yeah, name's Dude Face.
the guy with the nose and the face and the
And as soon
that
as you
guy.
say conclude business with Jorik, and he like thumbs the suit open to show that he's got a blaster, and he puts his hand kind of on the handle, but doesn't quite draw it out yet. And he says, "What kind of business?"
We have some liquid that we have some fine wine from Corellia that he has purchased, and we are delivering for him. Maybe for this event that you guys are having. Looks like a blast.
Oh, why didn't you say so? And he waves you guys to get off the lift and totally closes his coat and says, "Hey, boss, the booze truck is here. Your Corellian shipment is here. For some reason, they don't seem to have any crates on them. Maybe they already delivered it." And you
We
totally
have it.
hear this distant voice, but you don't see who it's coming from, saying, "Wait, wait, wait! Don't let them leave yet." And he totally lets you guys walk in, and then kind of steps in behind you guys, so your exit is a little uncomfortably barricaded.
Lock.
Okay. I'll fall. I'll go ahead as the gesture.
Okay, and as you do, you see there's this spiral staircase coming out of the ceiling. Slowly the bars start twirling out like a corkscrew, and the arm rails follow, and the steps start to form. And this big, portly human with very red cheeks right now from the exertion of running down the stairwell, wearing a very tiny robe of some kind of reptile skin, comes running down the stairs with a little attaché case, and he says, "You're early. I didn't expect you here to be so early.
We're good at our job.
You don't have any bad news, I hope."
No bad news.
And he totally gestures you over, and there's like a small glass coffee table that's got various spice products on the table, and he literally takes his little briefcase, and swipes the table, spilling spice everywhere, but mostly getting the big things out of his case's way, as he plops the case down and opens it up and says, show me my crates, open them up." And he turns around, and for a second he's like all excited, and then he realizes it's just the two of you and nothing else in the lift.
Our crates are safely on our ship. We just want one of your men to come inspect it to make sure that everything's fine, and then they can take possession of it and bring it down for you.
Oh, you didn't take it off the ship yet, did you?
No, we want to make sure that it is inspected before it leaves the ship, so everybody knows that everything's on the up and up from us.
Okay then. As he slams his little mini briefcase and leaves it on the table, and snaps his fingers, points to two guys and says, "You, that case does not leave that table until I say so. And you," and he snaps his finger at the doorman. The guy he literally does this. You hear the heels of his boots go click clack as he says, "You come with me. We have to inspect the wine. Bring 2 glasses." And the big security guy totally goes over and grabs in his hand two flutes, and he basically gestures for you all to get back in the lift, with the boss going in first, pushing past you guys because he's the boss.
Okay, I'll let him go.
Do
I
you
like that
both
I'm
get
being
in the lift, or does someone stay behind? Party.
I'll get in the lift.
Oh,
I'm
Captain, my
waiting to be
Captain.
acknowledged, so I'm just coming. I'm just trotting around.
Okay. So we're both in the lift and head back to the ship.
Okay, so he starts giving you the small talk as he slowly puts in a combination number and a card and hits your floor, but you realize not too long after the cart moves, it's going a lot slower than it did to get here.
Do I know why that? What would cause that?
One of you guys give me a vigilance check.
I can do that. I'm good at that. Is the pool ready?
Yep. You know that whatever fancy Cody put in deliberately made the lift slower.
Okay.
As you look at the console and he looks at the console and he looks at you, and you just feel that he knows that you know that he knows that he hit the slow button. That's what I'm
Do you get
catching
motion
at.
sick if it goes too fast?
No, I just want to make sure that my wine is not damaged.
The wine's not with us yet.
It's moving shortly. I have faith in you. I was told that there was some hotshot female pilot out there bringing cargo all across the galaxy.
Well, one of the things is true at least. Do you want to see if both are?
Oh. And he totally reaches into his little robe and realizes the pockets are empty as he reaches into the security guy's front pocket and pulls out some casino chips, and he says 50 credits in casino credits. Says I can drink my glass of wine quicker than you can, Miss Lady Smuggler Pilot. He's totally trying to get you to say something that you're not wanting to say.
Wait, maybe you have someone confused. We're not smugglers.
You
But
carry
if you want
cargo
to,
from what?
no, but I mean, if you would like to drink with me, I would love to drink some of your alcohol at no cost to me. In a bet. I mean, can I have a straw? But I'm no
Oh,
smuggler. You use for someone else.
do me a favor. Give me a charm or coercion, because you're not lying.
No, I'm not. I will try to
I'm
charm
just
this
wondering
scumbag.
how alluring is Aurora being
Negative 55.
here. He's curious and he's basically kind of like fishing for information. As obviously he looks at you and then looks at your patriot and he says, sorry, my mistake. Here," and he pitches you a 5 credit chip for the insult, because obviously you make this like horribly sour face and he realizes, I don't know what I said to offend you, but it must have been something offended. Who knew? All the smugglers I know are not offended. And he looks over at Castox and says, I'm sorry, you must be the face of the business. I must have angered your pilot here. Here's 5 credits if you can make her stop making that face. It's bad for my business.
Castock, can you make me change my face?
I can, but I will use my influence power on her
Oh my god.
uh, to make her believe that she wants to smile and be nice and kind for the next, depending on how many force dice I roll.
So the question is, who wants to make the discipline check? Or how about both of you guys roll your discipline and we'll see who gets what? You're actually
Okay.
using your force powers on your pilot.
I can't
I've
believe
cleared the
you are actually using your power, trying to use your powers on me.
two
I
force
really wish I
users.
Discipline it. So I could have 9 successes.
9 successes. And as you
Oh, actually, no, I need
force
those for duration. So let me go back to my cheat sheet. For how long she believes it for. Force power, influence. So I have 2 strength durations, which is 5 minutes. So it's 5 per, so 10. So she'll believe it for the next 40 minutes.
and when you use your influence on her, what does it look like? Is it the classic Obi-Wan Kenobi waving his hand in front of their face, saying these are not the droids you're looking for?
I'm not going to make it overt, but I'll kind of just quickly gesture and say, Aurora, come on, bring out the smile. They love the smile.
Ooh. As Aurora with only 1 success and an advantage. What would you like for your advantage?
My advantage is going to be that I know exactly what he is doing, and I make a face to let him know that it's probably the only way it would have worked. You know, like a
Mhm.
yeah, because I wasn't gonna be able to do it on my own. I d-
As all of a
Yeah,
sudden there's
but
that total zoom into your eyeball, and there's you inside the eyeball banging against the eye, saying, "Don't listen to him."
um
no, nice smile.
but my advantage is going to be because I'm going to be so smiley and charming for the next 40 minutes. Dude bro over there is going to go out of his way to be extra kind to me and stop
As
trying to tip me like a prostitute.
as he totally looks back at his security man and looks back over at Castox, he says, "See, she does have a lovely smile." So,
Lovely
and
smile.
he hits a button, and the elevator kind of speeds up towards the end, and the door opens, and the Gamorrean's there, and he totally looks at Aurora and Castox like, "Is he allowed to let people pass?" And he goes, "Are you gonna tell
We're
him to
back, friend.
stand down?"
Yep. We're back, friend. To have our delivery inspected. Good job.
And as you say that, he turns over and he pokes his
Um,
vibro axe's
sorry.
little butt into the button.
When I walk by, I'm gonna like touch his shoulder, and because I'm smiling, keep your guard up just in case something goes wrong, please.
As he looks like, he's ready for battle. He's ready to bleed for you.
I
And
like
then
it.
the older Gamorrean immediately acknowledges when the airlock opens, and he points to the ship that is still in pristine condition. We have seen
Okay.
nothing needing of reporting.
We'll open it up and head inside to let them inspect the cargo. As we're going, I'll use my influence power to influence the pair of them to feel friendlier, as long as the force dice is on my side.
Ooh.
Yep, 2. So I can influence them to, since they're engaged, I can influence them to have positive emotions for friendliness.
As he's just like, "Please, please, bring out a crate of your choice so we can inspect the cargo." Ah, And he looks over and, "Anton, have the glasses ready. I can't wait
Hey, can you
to
bring?
try this Corellian winter wine."
See, can you bring the crate? So start bringing the crates up.
Are you hollering to
Yeah.
Zikwa?
Zikwa, can you bring up the crates for our good guests?
Sure.
Are you gentle with the crates?
Of course.
Okay, then no problem. You bring the first crate out, and immediately he's like so greedily looking at it, just holding his glass and writing his fingers together, like, yes, yes, I get to try the first winter's harvest of the Corellian wine. I'm the first one on Nar Shaddaa to get a cargo load. That's exactly why I looked for a crew that could get it here so quickly. You all did not disappoint. And you notice he's not saying anything about payment yet.
First, you have to inspect the cargo first.
So,
As
why you pop in the box? I'll take the silence as a yes.
Wait, you asked me? I'm not popping any boxes. You
Yeah.
Sequel.
So what? Yeah. I mean, we'll open them up if I'm directed to.
Okay,
Please.
he excitedly like half lifts the lid out of your hand there and pulls the first bottle out, and he proceeds to hold it up to the hazy skyline to see the light flow through it, and then proceeds to rub the label like he's getting off on the tactile sensation of it, and then he reaches up the neck and starts to uncurl the paper that seals the cap.
No.
Excuse me?
Have we got payment yet?
I am
No.
Yes, discussed it.
I am inspecting the cargo and sharing with your crew.
No.
Just test
Payment
it first.
before you open a bottle.
Do me a favor and give me a negotiation or coercion.
All right. Let's do that.
Oh, look at you flipping a point. Let me get that in there. Okay, the point is in there.
Negotiation or what?
Or
Coercion?
coercion.
Let's see. I could go with negotiation. I want to actually have something in worthwhile, or at least
There's
average.
actually points.
At least average.
As there's this tense moment where he looks at you, and then he looks at his security guy, and the security guy looks at the Rhodian who's saying, "Give me money first before you taste anything," as he's holding the bottle, and he's just like, you can see he licks his lips. He's thirsty for his taste of wine. And there's
Sure
this
he is.
long, awkward pause as everybody's looking at everybody else in almost this like Mexican standoff. As soon as he says, well, as soon as we inspect the cargo, the credits are up there, and he points up at the penthouse.
You've inspected the cargo. It's completely intact. Imbibing of the cargo is not inspecting.
Well,
that is purchased to drink at that point.
Why don't you bring us the other 19 containers so we know that the cargo is here in full?
Captain.
That's.
And I'll gently kind of pull the bottle out from his hand and place it back into the packing.
He will gladly resist your coordination or athletics if you'd like to give me a roll. He's a greedy little Gus, and he's got his bottle.
Let's see.
On him. I need him to sign a waiver.
I'm just
He's
waiting to
gonna
see
carry-
the bottle breaks.
Right, no, exactly. If that bottle breaks, I need a waiver saying that it's his responsibility if he's going to carry it out of the crate before payment.
All right. So if you have move, prepare to use move to catch it before it hits the ground.
Aw, look at that, using a light side point. I got your upgrade in there.
All right.
No success. So as you reach to grab the bottle, he tries to put a death grip on a bottle, and anybody who's wrestled with a wine bottle knows the tighter you grip it, the looser it gets or the more slickery it gets. And since you did not manage to pull it out of his hands, what happened for your advantage and your triumph that is in your favor 110%? I mean, the advantage is the 10%. As you tried to take the bottle from him and just didn't quite do it.
Give me my waiver.
He falls flat on his butt, but holding the bottle.
Okay, you try to wrestle the bottle out of his hand, and he literally goes to third point of contact and falls back on his ass, but he's got a death clutch on this bottle. So it safely lands in his lap. As he's just like, how dare you touch me and try to take my bottle? Oh, wait, it's
You've
not
not
mine.
exchanged money. Nope.
Excuse me, if you're going to insist on carrying that bottle from our ship to your office, separate from the rest of the cargo, I will need you to sign this waiver saying that bottle is your responsibility and is no longer ours, because there is a very ironclad contract in place about perfect delivery, and you are now compromising our perfect delivery.
And he makes a very sad, mopey face. As he's like, so you're insisting on payment right now while your man unloads the cargo?
Well, yes. I mean, cargo for money. That is the agreement we made.
As he makes a bit of a frowny face and then snaps his finger to security man while he's still on the ground holding the bottle in a death grip and says, tell the boys to bring the credits down the lift. And don't take the slow code. I want my wine. I believe this is sufficient to allow you to let me drink the wine now. And he makes a sad, pouty face.
I am good with it. I believe we can trust you on your word for payment.
And you, Captain?
If you
I will allow it.
okay.
Or wait, what are you thinking? What are you
No,
thinking?
I was gonna go stand next to Aurora and say, if he tries to cheat us, I can just mind trick him.
Well, I'm currently stuck in smiley mode, so while I'm smiling,
and it's funny
Oh,
because
hey,
it's
you
like
did
an
that, didn't you?
unconscious
You son of a
smile.
bitch.
what? Yes. So while I'm in smiley mode, well, since they are on their way, as long as they are quick, I don't see why you cannot try the wine in your hand that all the other cases match, while we get ready for your crew to
Unload.
unload. Yes.
He claps his hands while trying not to drop the bottle, and immediately whips out this wine corkscrew knife kit and starts cutting the paper off, and totally gestures for his goon to come over with glasses as he starts screwing in the cork and pops the cork out. And this beautiful plumish fragrance hits you as the wind blows across the landing pad. As he pours out the two glasses and gestures for one of them to the three of you guys. Anyone particularly taking it as poor Zeko is unloading everything?
I'll take it and drink with him.
As he greedily sniffs like an addict. Oh, you can really
shake around,
smell
sniff.
dust. The
Take a
chill
sip.
brings out the sweetness in the wine, and it tastes like really good wine. As he
Then
says,
as he takes, hmm?
go ahead.
I would say as he takes a sip, I will use my trick. Why, this is the best wine. I'm sure this is the best wine you have ever had.
Ooh, go ahead and roll your point.
Ooh, I hope you. I mean, part of me wants you to fail just so he thinks it's the most disgusting thing he's ever had, and then he just wasted all his money.
As
So,
looks,
Yeah,
four,
looks like.
four successes and 2 advantages.
So, what would you like for that?
Uh, I guess with the advantages that he's so impressed with how good it tastes, he's willing to pay us extra for bringing it to him.
As all of a sudden he takes a sipping mouthful in and does this weird thing with his mouth. Oh my goodness, this is the greatest wine ever. I I I believe the vineyard has outdone themselves. They must have cleaned out all those toxic chemicals on the planet. Ooh, I'm going to get top dollar for this. For this, I think your crew deserves a tip. As
Excellent.
he goes over to his security guy and totally like reaches into his chest pocket area of his suit and pulls out a stack about 6 inches long of chips and says, "Which one of you would like a tip in casino credits?"
I'll take that, or I can share it later on, or equal if you want to
And
play the games of
he
chance.
he goes over there and hands you the stack of chips.
Mhm.
As he says, "So, in fact, not only is this the most delicious wine I've tasted, but it is so unique. Here are 1,200 credits in poker chips or sabak chips."
All right.
we can just go to
They
like
are,
the cat when he's gone, right?
what's that?
We can just go to like the go and cash out when he walks away from us, right? Go into
You
the
can
casino and
totally go
cash.
downstairs and cash it out. Yep.
Yeah.
You're most generous.
And it's only good for the casino here in Nar Shaddaa and back on Corellia.
We'll have to make sure to visit the gaming floor of your fine establishments.
And as soon as he says that, he starts sipping his wine and making this weird noises that you're just like, I don't get it. It's booze. You drink it. As the lift opens up and you see the Gamorrean totally looks out as he opens the door and gives this waving for you guys' attention to see if the two large gentlemen in body armor are allowed on the landing pad.
Get him a quick nod.
What's that?
I said I give him a quick nod.
Okay. Sorry, I couldn't hear you. As immediately you give him the nod, when he does, he thunks the base of the pummel of his vibro axe on the ground to make a loud, important noise and points for them to go to you guys. And totally, as soon as they pass, goes and grabs the weapon and has it at the ready and does this whole like stands right behind them to attack them if they try anything.
Attaboy.
You have their absolute loyalty. As the two gentlemen come up and immediately put the attaché case on the ground and open it up, and clearly you see there are loose credits in what appears to be in the amount of 6,000 credits. Do you stop to count the credits?
Yes.
Okay, do me a favor. and give me a vigilance for counting up the monies.
Gonna say there's not a
Rooftop.
math roll.
Yeah, just vigilance will work, or if you want to do a knowledge, you can.
Knowledge education.
I don't have that either. Jeez. Streetwise cunning.
I
Okay,
say
I'll take
streetwise
that.
for recognizing the value of the value of the credits to then
Yep.
math out.
See how many fingers you have to send in to get the money out of them. Your pool is ready. Okay, you give that chest, that bag a quick look over, and you believe it is the correct amount in the bag, which is 6,000 credits. And you're totally picking up that he is done with this conversation and just wants to drink his wine to excess.
Okay. Well, I mean, he got his wine. We got our money, and we got some tip to cash out. So
I believe we're done. Once your men have take the product from our ship.
And
Wait
as
for
you
the
start
cargo bay.
bringing out the cargo containers,
The
he
dock.
basically just lets you know you can take it within the airlock there, and he's locked down the lift so it can only go between this floor and his penthouse because he's going to take it to his private party house.
ooh, because I'm still stuck in smiley mode, I'd like to tell him that it was very nice doing business with him, and the rumors were exaggerated negatively about him. I'll be sure to spread positive word about him.
Ooh. And he really
But it'll
likes
be
that.
yes.
Yes, yeah, I wouldn't. If you're known for being a cheapskate, then you want to stay that way.
Force, I was a Jedi mind force to smile friendly, so he takes it as a huge compliment.
He takes it as a huge compliment, and once you guys have unloaded and secured your cash, which by the way, there's actually 8,000 in the bag, not 6,000, because you persuaded him, and he invites you all up to party with him for the night.
Ew.
Does anyone refuse the request? I mean, you don't have to. If you're too busy, you can totally skip it.
I ignore it like I'm dealing with the ship. Didn't hear. Go
Okay.
back on board the ship.
I believe Aurora and I would love to attend the party.
Ooh.
Is that you buy me a new dress?
Absolutely. The best
Nothing
we
but,
can find.
nothing but trouble.
And are you gonna go put on your new party dress?
I had to buy a new party dress.
Well, remember, didn't he buy you 2 of them?
I don't remember, but I just asked for a new one and he said yes.
But yeah, I say
No shop.
I already bought them, so now they're not due. So
Okay.
it doesn't matter if they're worn or not. They weren't bought right now. So that's how news determined.
But the 8,000 credits can stay on the ship.
Take, um,
You got your 1,200 to go play with, so
Okay. We'll head down to the
Okay.
casino and find Aurora an outfit that she likes.
Oh. Find her a nice mod 800 credit outfit. Or you're gonna go crazy.
I can do 800.
You can totally find one for 800.
Falling for even 1,000. Make it nicer.
Great.
So
You
when
are
you
much
guys
more
are
bougie.
when you guys are up at the party, are you guys working any angles, or are you just up there to enjoy yourselves?
Angles, definitely.
Angles to get word of mouth. see if find other deliveries.
Okay, so one of you guys with assistance, basically we can make a pool of the two, or if we're just adding a blue, give me a roll for charm or negotiation.
Since I can use the force, well, we'll combine pools then. Because I only
And
have
what do I
one
need to
for.
add for you?
Is your presence 2 or 3 for Aurora?
My presence?
Your presence, your stat,
It's a characteristic.
or characteristic?
It's 2.
It's over by
2?
willpower.
Yep,
Okay.
I found it. It's 2.
So I would need 1 green dice added to my pool.
Okay, I in fact have a green dice added to your pool, and I will totally do that to bring balance to the force. Wow.
I'll use 1 force point to get rid of the threat. And then
Okay.
I got 3, so I'll do 2 successes and 2 advantages.
So the two of you going upstairs, schmoozing, working the crowd, you separate, get back together, separate, basically doing the crew hustle up there. And that was 2 successes, 2 advantages, right? Managed to line up 2 jobs, both of which I'm going to give you a bonus as if you negotiated with a success and 2 advantage for the future jobs that basically say, hey, we brought this wine here, we can do anything. Look, here's some stories we regaled the partygoers with, which on top of everything else made your client impressed that you guys are actually schmoozing about the wine that you brought here.
We'll pack up the wine.
What's that?
And I'll say nice things about Dude Face.
So the question is, the next 2 jobs, what do they entitle? Or do you want to write it down on the Discord chat? The reason why I
Wait,
say
what?
this is because we
What
don't
kind of
have a
jobs
game.
do you want?
What are the 2 jobs that you want? Because we don't have a game next week, because next time in 2 weeks, because Wild Wild West Con, we'll be back together in April the 2nd.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can put it in chat. I'll
Okay.
think of some.
Take time to think of it, but 2 jobs that you basically have a successful negotiation with 2 advantages to the price. So I believe that's going to be plus 20% profit. But I will
Okay.
let you give me the basic brush strokes of the job, and I'll just add some
Okay.
dirty little complications to it.
One of it should be like something high end, like jewelry or jewels or something. And one should be like something really funny, like rabbits.
And then it ends up becoming a refugee run for those green rabbits on that one planet that are actually
Yeah.
sentient.
Leapoid or something like that.
Like
Yeah,
a
they look
foss,
like Bugs Bunny.
like the eggs that Grogu eats.
Oh, the newt eggs.
Yes.
Best episode ever. Stop that. Stop eating that. Best episode ever. That episode was the epitome of parenthood. Get that out of your mouth.
Right? Oh my god.
Yeah, that's how stop eating.
And I'll shamelessly plug and throw it out there. If you guys are interested, on March the 20th, 21st, 22nd, or 23rd at Casino del Sol is Wild Wild West Con, the fan tables and the merchant booths are open to the public, just not the panel rooms. if you're interested in stopping on by, because you might know two
And
wacky nerds from this group that are going to be there.
And if we're
And
pimping,
but
and
wait, there's more.
There's more.
there is more.
And Megan will be in
I
Tucson.
says who? I am hosting a workshop Saturday at 10 a.m. where I am painting mini parasols and teaching people how to paint mini parasols. And holy crap, people have bought tickets already, and I only have 15 seats left.
Wow,
That's
I'm sorry.
awesome.
What time did you say?
10 a.m. on Saturday.
Oh, I heard 2 a.m. I'm like, wow, that's way past my bedtime.
No, 2 a.m. on Saturday. I'm probably going to be. That's what after the drag show. I don't even.
Yeah, that would be after the
No.
drag show. Yeah, and burlesque.
2 a.m. on Saturday. If I am awake,
Mhm.
it will not be painting.
I do believe if it's like last year, we'll be walking around drinking mead from a bottle.
I'll,
Actually,
I'll
will be sober because I'm not.
I'll be in Houston, so
Boo. I'm on meds that I'm not allowed to drink right now, so I'm going to be completely sober, and no one will be able to tell any difference.
This is true. It just means you'll have 2 cups, one for sipping the mead and one for spitting it out.
yeah,
Ew. Ugh.
That way you can
That
taste it at least.
making a whole nother drink. After that
Make sure that
sets.
you don't mix up your cups.
of my own spittle. Bleh, bleh.
Bleh, bleh.
I'm gonna try to come out.
Sure.
My weekends are typically free these days. So,
Oh, nice. Work schedule has changed?
my work finishes at by 9 in the morning. But last year I was selling my 3D prints. But now that too many other people started showing up to sell 3D prints, so the profits dropped. So I quit doing that on the weekend. So
Totally understandable.
Sounds like it's time to be a steampunk.
I will be a guest. I will not be a steampunk.
Hey, you can
could
always go to the
totally-
con as a normie. Just gonna say.
Good. And you
Yep.
could totally learn how to paint a parasol in swirlies.
True. And then you can take your painted mini parasol swirly and take it to the parasol dueling class, where you can learn to parasol
Ouch.
duel.
Really a class, is it? I mean, I thought it was an event.
It's more of it's a competition, learn on the fly competition.
Yeah, okay.
Basically, rock paper
And
scissors with a parasol.
Yes. And if for some reason Kaylee swirls aren't your thing, I will have other paint colors so you can paint whatever the hell you want.
Oh,
But I'm going to teach you how to paint my swirls.
hey,
There you
swirls
go.
are hard.
They are. Did I show you guys my Batman one I did? Or my penguin one I did?
I've seen it. Yeah, I don't know if the guys have.
Well,
Don't recall. Yeah, I don't recall.
You're
I'll show it
totally
to you
gonna have
guys
to
in Discord because it actually was a lot harder to do just a two-tone one than it was for me to do my normal 3 colors.
Now we're all in Discord
Um,
looking.
I have to find it first because I take a bazillion pictures. That was actually really quick. That was the fastest I've ever found a picture when I'm looking.
And since I got you on the chat there, Megan, apparently Kelly was saying the night of the concert, since she doesn't have a ticket, she would like to play some RPG in the game room since the game room's going to be open till midnight.
Ooh.
So I know we
I
were going to keep
will.
the schedule loosey goosey open, but apparently Kelly wants to play an RPG that night.
And that's Saturday?
That I think that's Saturday, yeah. And did you get your tickets to the burlesque and drag show?
No.
Are you going to
No.
get tickets?
I have not decided.
Okay. Well, let me know because I know Kelly, Ashley, and I are going for sure because we got tickets. That's why I figured I'd ask.
Yeah, I have to plan everything. Like I have a to-do list with how many things are on my to-do list. I haven't updated on my phone yet. I think I have like close to 20 things I need to do before. Yeah, I
Not to
have so
mention
many things
loading
to
up
do that
everything.
I'm to prep. Oh yeah, that's not even packing, just to prep to pack. Like I am
Good
going to
thing you know
be like
someone with a pickup truck.
yeah, me. I am dude with truck or I'm chick with truck.
So
Um,
when you arrive at con, when is that going to be? Wednesday night?
yes. I haven't decided what time I'm leaving work yet. I can't
Okay.
decide. But I'm sleeping Wednesday at the hotel Wednesday, and then I'm going home. I'm sleeping in my own bed on Sunday.
Okay. So I'm working Wednesday, but it's work from home. And I have Thursday off, but we aren't checking in until Thursday afternoon. Did you want me to head to the hotel Wednesday afternoon to help you unpack? Or do you have enough hands for that?
Right now, I know of one set of hands that will be unloading, and then a second set of hands at some point. So yes, I would love to have assistance.
Okay. I'll see if Kelly's up to coming too, or if it's just me and then I have to like get my butt home at midnightish. Because you gotta have a
Well,
good night's
even if
sleep before the
she
first night
doesn't
of the
want
con.
to help, I can do silly dances for her while I work. I will keep her entertained if she comes and wants to just crack the whip and keep me on task.
Okay. Well, I just worry about her because you know her bedtime is 9 o'clock. After that, she basically curls up in a ball and goes to sleep.
Yes.
So I don't want to have worry about her getting home after that late at night. So I may just get myself dropped off over there or something. We'll
Well,
see.
but
But
Thursday, you're sleeping there Thursday though, right?
yeah, yes. We get a room on Thursday afternoon.
Right. So she would just, if she gets sick of you and me, all she has to do is go to bed in the hotel room.
Well, that would be the next night. I'm talking about Wednesday night when you get there.
Oh, Wednesday night. I probably should unload Wednesday, huh?
I mean, it's a fairly safe place. And can you set up the fan tables on Wednesday or is it Thursday? I know merchants are
Um,
helping in on Wednesday.
no, Wednesday, I would just, Wednesday I don't need help because all I'm gonna do is fill up my rolly cart with everything and then plop it at the table. That's all I'm gonna do Wednesday.
Okay. Well, if you change your mind, let me know.
Okie dokie.
Alrighty.
And one last game business, we're missing a number.
Oh, I haven't
Our
told you
experience.
that number yet.
You haven't.
Because it's high, like 75. So it's going
75.
75.
I don't know.
So immediately you just like maxed out a whole tree practically is what I'm hearing.
Right?
Then I could get then I could buy my new specialization, which I don't know what it is, but
And you guys get 20 experience points.
Wow.
Hey, I'm gonna bring
Yeah.
my computer. You know what you should help me with, Jim?
What's that?
On Wednesday, if you come to the thingamajig,
It's
you
supposed to be
should
unpacking, not character building.
help me with my character upgrades. Oh my god, it's embarrassing.
SRPG night, you can do that.
Saturday.
No, Wednesday is
Well,
RPG night,
I have to head
so
to bed.
it's totally
Yeah, no,
appropriate.
it would make sense for me to do Star Wars things on Star Wars night.
Well, have a good night, guys.
All
Yeah.
right,
All
you
right.
too. I'm gonna hang up.
Yeah,
guys.
I gotta work tomorrow.
Me
Yep.
too. Actually,
Yeah.
technically,
Same here.
All
Just make sure
right,
you
Alright.
get some
talk to y'all
rest.
later. Have a
Alright,
great
night.
con.
Thanks. Bye.